Record now. Um, so everybody, we've got Dave here on the line. So welcome, Dave, and I'll just get you to just feel free to just introduce yourself, mate, and just explain a bit about yourself and what it is that you guys do.
Oh, sure. Yeah. So I'm Dave Dick. My company is Human Folk Studios in Toronto, Canada. And we're a branding and design agency that's really focused on business acceleration and growth. So what we do is pretty much everything from brand building to package design, basically creating any solution that can help a business accelerate their growth in some way.
Awesome. So take me. I don't even know how many months you've been in the program. I've lost
It's been a
count.
year.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Take me through like where were you at in your business, and what kind of obstacles or opportunities did you feel like were in front of you to come into the program?
Well, a year ago we were, my business partner and I have been in this industry for about 16 years, and we've worked everywhere from client side to agency side. And then when we started off on our own, we had some clients and we had some work, but it's the great failing, I think, of design education in college is they don't really teach you how to build a business or how to actually get clients. So a year ago, we had some small clients, we had some jobs, but no real repeatable business at any kind of scale. Everything was very ad hoc, a la carte. And I'd say our average project fee was maybe $4,000 to $5,000, which was fine at the time, but it wasn't leading to any kind of growth for our business, but also for our lives, right? My business partner and I are very lucky that we have wives that are employed, and we're happy to, support us in building our dream. But we didn't understand our value. We marketed everything in terms of design, and you need beautiful design. And business people just don't care about that. They want to know what the impact of that is going to be. So as soon as we got into those conversations, everything started to transform. And cut to a year later, and our average project fee is 20,000. So literally 4x'd our rate, and we still haven't really grappled the marketing system yet. But in our existing clients and our repeat business that keeps coming back, we've been able to effectively scale the rate with them. So now we're slammed. We've booked almost 100,000 in the past 2 months. Just on those existing clients.
Wow. So the big thing, and I'll get to this in a couple more questions shortly, but the big thing about marketing is that marketing doesn't fix businesses. Good businesses fix businesses. And what, even though you haven't got to the point yet where the proactive marketing machine is up and running, what's more important is that we get better with taking advantages of the opportunities that do come, because if we do that, we need exponentially less marketing to pay off. And the cool thing is now is that you guys don't have to do your own marketing. It'll be straight to virtual assistants and paid traffic because the margins are there, So take me through this. Yeah, I regret this question because it's too open-ended. Take me through your experience in the program so far. So where do you feel like you've got the most value out of the program? Is it more the training? Is it a combination of that, the 10-minute calls? Like, where do you feel like you've been able to develop the business most functionally through the program?
I mean, right off the bat was the mindset part of it. Like, I think we've really learned that we're very good at what we do, and just acknowledging that and being able to communicate that to people, that we are very good at what we do, we're committed to what we do. And I think in terms of the mindset part was like understanding like the life we're building and that this business is a function of that. But also that any problem that comes up, it was this mindset shift of not, can we even tackle this problem, to, well, how are we going to approach this one? And it became much more casual, that problems didn't seem so big anymore. And even client projects, it was never a question of, are we able to do this project? It was more, who do we need? How can we build the process? How can we build the structure for the project so that it's effective for the client? So it was a complete 180 in the mindset of it. And I think another big part of the mindset was like getting out of the world of having to do everything ourselves. So, even after our call today, I have a phone call with an accountant to do our bookkeeping and finances and just get all that off my plate. So I think it's like understanding where I'm most valuable, where we're most valuable, building the systems to take the garbage we don't want to do off our plate. And then understanding that businesses have problems, and that's why we're in business, is to solve people's problems. So it's just a question of approach. It's no longer a question of ability.
It sounds like you guys have done a like the way we always think about it is that if we can just flip the perspective around, instead of being, I'm the designer who sells design, how do I sell design, to be like, hey, where's the money coming from? What are the decision parameters they use to invest money? Sounds like you guys have completely jumped to the other end, and you're just basically problem solvers for the problems that would lead people to even consider design, which is sounds like you guys have done like a complete clean transformation to the other end, which is super awesome. What do you feel like, and you might have already covered it, but what do you feel like's been the biggest aha moment that you've had inside the program?
Getting that we don't sell design, that we sell results, but more so than that, we sell leadership. So even in the way we conduct our conversations with clients, it's more about, how can we make this person's life easier? How can we leave them better than how we found them, whether or not they sign on to be a client? And just in that moment of getting that, like, oh, we're good at what we do. We've been around for a really long time. I've been a teacher in design for 11 years and a program coordinator at a pretty big school in Canada. Like my thinking and my advice is valuable. That's the biggest aha. So now we even charge like, $500 for a phone call if someone wants advice.
Nice.
Right. And so it is that was the biggest aha, is we sell leadership. That's what you're paying for. And there's a bunch of things we produce in the project.
Do you feel like there was like a slippery slope where you kind of took a step in that direction, like, oh, we can sell more than design, and then you like tasted it a bit, and then you went, because I mean, surely you guys didn't just go from 5 to 20K projects, like.
No, definitely not.
Did you kind of drip feed your way there and then go, okay, I can see how we can play on this part a bit more. I can see how we can more like drastically position ourselves this way. Is that kind of how it's got there?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was like having a lot of different products that had various price points, and then we would bring those together inside of a project. And that kind of allowed us to take these stepping stones the way there. I mean, we kind of went from 5 to 10 to 20. We just kind of doubled twice. And I mean, the slippery slope, I think, is just dealing with the how long till they find out I'm full of shit. It's like dealing with that. Again, it's like all down to that mindset, right? It's like, I'm not full of shit. That's just over here in my brain. And the imposter syndrome everyone deals with.
Totally. And that's I mean, the crux of any super successful business is its ability to move forwards into the abyss and figure stuff out that's meaningful to a customer. So like
Yeah.
and it kind of brings up a pretty like simple idea, but your job's not to be, you don't have to be on page 300 for your customer if they're on page 0 to be super valuable to them. You might only be on page 50, but if they can get to page 50, then it dramatically increases the likelihood that they get to 300, and that's a chargeable piece of value, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, take us through like so 100 grand in 2 months is pretty impressive, but I mean like like from like how the math in the business has improved standpoint, like how much time are you spending, like if you've 4x'd the amount of billable work, are you working 4 times harder?
No, I'd say we're working the exact same amount we've always worked. I think the business management side of things is maybe taking a little bit more time because we're now relooking at systems and processes and things. But in terms of the actual work and the project delivery, it's the exact same amount of time. And so it's actually allowed us to, it's another maybe aha moment is how much billing for time was hurting us, because I'm good at what I do. I've been doing this for 16 years. I mean, I can do a logo faster than most of the designers we hire. So is it now worth more because I get it to you faster? Yeah, it totally is worth more. Right?
Yeah. Wow. So how has this changed? How has the program changed the way that you think about the future of the business and where you're heading?
I think the way it's changed the future of the business is, it's an interesting question. I would say it I don't like small projects. And I think what I'm seeing in the future of the business is the ability to do a less number of projects at a much greater scale, where we can have, a team of people working on one project for 4 months and be charging an astronomical rate compared to, 10 projects at that like $5,000 rate. I think before we were focused on how do we get more clients, and now we're focused on how do we get clients with a problem at a big enough scale that we can help them, feel good about helping them, and make enough money to grow our business.
Got it. Nice, mate. Yeah. Thank you for taking the time to answer some questions, but congrats on the direction you guys are heading in. I mean, to be honest, like I always thought from just even your application and the conversations that we had that you guys were only just like a couple of like nudges. You know what I mean? It's like everything's working. It's just like the spark plug just needed to be like rotated 180. You know what I mean? So thanks for your time.
Yeah, no, thank you. And I mean, it's one of those things, right? Like, my business partner's taken up the role of, he took a page out of your book on some of our calls where he's like, yeah, I'm just going to be a jargon killer from now on. So I write a whole proposal and then he goes in and just like slashes jargon out of it and like rewrites it. And it's great.
Awesome. Yeah. Sounds good, mate. Well, yeah, thank you again.